Hi guys, Chris Bow back again with another episode from my York City simulated career. We're going to get the season underway and we have our first game coming up against Leeds. First thing we need to do though is check the squad out, make sure everyone is fit and healthy ahead of this first game. We have our new signing Jack Butland in goal. Camacho and Patterson are my two best centre backs at the moment. I may look to bring someone else in who's higher rated just for a bit more experience, and I think we need to concentrate on defence at the moment. We'll bring in Moreno Fuertes, my new free agent midfielder. Other than that, the team looks good to go. So we shall get this first game of the Championship season against our Yorkshire rivals Leeds underway as soon as we can. But I'll tell you what, first before I do that though, I did say a defender may be a way to go. So we will look at bringing in a defender. We'll see if we can bring someone in who's 80 minimum. Maximum wage 25,000. Oh, not doing to go up to 20 million. We'll go 5 million max. Just see if anyone's about. I don't want to blow my entire budget on someone and spend 40,000 a week on their wages. If I can bring someone else in for a free agent with the remainder. We have two players. Thomas Ronge from Celtic. 89 heading accuracy, 85 marking, 83 slide tackle. Wow. Centre back or right back, he looks a fantastic player. Estimated worth 5 million. We'll inquire about him. And we also have Ezequiel Munoz from Palermo, 90 heading, 83 slide, 87 standing tackle. Okay, he can play centre back or right back. So if I bring these in, one of these two in, I could potentially look to get rid of Milanov. Yeah, I definitely think we'll inquire about the pair of these and see what responses we get. Hopefully their contracts are up for renewal soon, so we can get them for a cheap price. We'll quickly bump the wage up just to see if there's anyone else available. Okay, so we have a few more players available now. Lorenzo Ariaud, Matthias Silvestre, Sakaratis, Amorabita, Omar Toprak, and Philip Volscheid. Okay, no one that really jumps out at me, so we'll leave it for now, and we'll look to get this first game of the season underway against Leeds. Okay, we have one of our two new signings up front for us in Benzia. Darren Mattox is on the bench for us. And we take a 2-1 win. Hayham's coming off the bench to get the winner 3 minutes from time. Silver, our other want-away star, who now wants to stay, getting the first goal in the game, as Celtic have come back and told us 7 million for Thomas Ronge. Slightly out of my budget. Ronge is one of the best in his position. We might have to offer around 6.5, says my chief exec, as I am delighted with the late winner. Well, who wouldn't be? Okay, now. Okay, let's get the schedule moved on and get this next game against Watford underway, as Palermo have come back and said 7 million again. Something that we can't quite do right now, but if we can get rid of Fakito, maybe one of our other stars, we shall see who's available. If we could get rid of Fakito or one of our other transfer listed players, we may look to bring one of those two in. But for now, I'll drop the overall rating to 75, and I'll drop the max wage to 20,000. I'll still keep it as 5 million value. Hopefully we do get some players in for this, and we'll just see who's available, to be honest. Potentially I could do with rather than having a centre back, I could bring in a left back, and as Vidal Perez is the only player on my starting 11 that's rated less than 70. Yeah, here we go. Paul Papp, 78 rated. He's only 25. 80 heading, 84 marking, 83 and 85. Wow, defensive work rate high. Definitely looks one that we could look to do something for. Matthias Jorgensen as well from PSV. Or Willy Bolly, to be fair. There's a fair few of these 24-year-olds that we could look to bring in. Ahmed Hegazi. Can't quite make out that badge. Quickly see who else is available. Gavin Gunning could be one. Milanovic. Oh, veteran Charluka, but he's 29. Thiago Medeiros is only 23. Okay, he's not quite matured as the rest, but good work rates. At Corinthians, Flamengo. Okay, so we may look to bring him in. See if there's anyone else down the bottom. I don't really want to go too low. I think if we go to 75 minimum, I think is who I want to bring in. But I'll reduce the age down, bring it to 25. There was far too many players there. I want someone young that's going to be with me for at least 3 or 4 seasons. Okay, so we have Willy Bolly again and Jorgensen. Okay, let's have a look down the bottom. Nathan Baker plays for Villa. Kyle Bartley and Ryan Bennett, some Premier League players there. Daniel Rurangi, 4.3 from Juventus. Nathan Barker, only 10,000 a week. Got some good green stats there for the important ones. Oh, we can play left back as well. So we could bring him in at 75 for a left back. We'll inquire and see what they come back with. Bartley or Bennett? Which one shall I have a look at? I'll have a look at Bennett first. Hitting accuracy 87. Wow, we can play centre back, right back, or CDM. We'll inquire about you, big fella. Kyle Bartley. Decent stamina and strength, good heading accuracy, and good standing tackle. Wow, we can play centre back, CDM, or right back again. We'll inquire. Hopefully, we can get you for 1.5 million, something like that. Then I may let's do it. Wow, Kurt Zuma, only 20 years old. Yeah, could be one that we could look to bring in. We'll see how much he's valued at 4.3. So hopefully, St Etienne don't want much more than that. We'll have a quick search for left backs, just see who's around in case we want to make Vidal Perot the backup rather than having Yago as a backup. Okay, let's have a quick look down the list, see if there's anyone who we know. Danny Rose, 20,000 a week though. Patrick Van Arnholt, not too bad. Tell you what I will do though. It was in the comments of the last video, someone suggested looking at Luke Shaw. So we'll see if he's available, and see what his rating is. To be fair, hopefully he's progressing well. Oh, there we go, Luke Shaw, 20 years old, rated 71. Left back or left midfield. Okay, it's not too bad. We'll inquire, see what he's worth, and see what Southampton come back and say we can put in a bid for. As York City keen on signing Munoz, apparently. Well, maybe we are, maybe we aren't. We'll just have to see. But we'll move the schedule on and get this game against Watford underway. As we have some inquiries back. Luke Shaw, 1.4 million. Wow. Kurt Zuma, 6 million. Baker, 3 million. And Thiago Medeiros, 4.9 million. Okay, so it looks like out of those, Luke Shaw is a definite goer. Okay, 1.4. You know what, I'll be cheeky. I'll see if you'll accept 1 million. Shaw is yet to sign a long-term deal, so maybe to get it for a bit less. Baker was 3 million. I don't know. He valued at 2.2. We'll just look to get this next game on. If I can bring in the left back, we shall. I think that's potentially one of the areas that we do need to work on. We have Camacho and Patton, who are both still young, so we can look to just play those two. And we'll change a couple of players. We'll bring in Canteros and Mattox. Other than that, everyone else on the team seems to have virtually full energy, so we'll leave everything else as is. Don't really want to change a winning team too much, but our strikers didn't score in that first game, so we'll rotate and see what we can do. Okay, let's get this game against Watford underway. And we take the game 2-1. Canteros with 2 goals on his debut. Okay, so we've had 2 2-1 wins so far. Great start to the season as we have more inquiries back. Kyle Bartley, 1.5 million. Ryan Bennett, 3 million. And Paul Papp, 2.7 million. Wow. I might look to bring in Paul Papp, to be fair, although Kyle Bartley's got some good stats, but he's also... I'm just unsure. With me potentially looking to bring in Luke Shaw, I don't really need to bring in someone who can play centre back and left back. So, I'm sure Pat was 2.7. Thomas Rongay, I'd love to bring him in, but I just don't think we can really afford it. Okay, they said 2.7, didn't they? So I'll try 2.5 and see what they say. Hopefully that gets accepted. It's just a bit lower than what they actually said, but we shall leave it for now. And we'll look to get the schedule moved on and get this next game against Ipswich Town underway. As Tarapt demands transfer, shocker. I'd love to bring him in, but obviously QPR are in the Championship and he'll probably wanting to go to a Premier League team. As Chelsea keen on signing Destro. Okay, we'll get this schedule moved on and get this next game against Ipswich underway as soon as possible. Quickly check the team and make sure everything's okay. Obviously Cantrero scored in the last game, so I may look to keep him in. Everything looks straightforward. Sorry Arno. Yeah, we'll bring you in. I'll leave Canteros out for now, to be fair. He was only down, I think, as a squad rotation player, whereas the others are going to get pissed off because they're more more important and crucial players. Okay, we take a 2-0 loss. Emmanuel Thomas and Igalo with the goals for Ipswich. This schedule moving on. Southampton rejects my offer for Luke Shaw. It was slightly lower than what they said. We'll boost it. I'll go to 1.25 million. Hopefully they'll accept that. And we shall move the schedule on. And hopefully... Ooh, Morris selection dilemma. Well, if he's not playing too well, I'll look to drop him. Ooh, tough game against Stoke coming up, who've won their first 3 games. Southampton, transfer offer unacceptable. You've set a 2.2 value where you said I could have him for 1.4 before. You know what? I'll go to 1.75. 3.8 for Paul Papp. Because sworn you said it was lower than that before. Okay, I'll put in a 3 million bid for Paul Papp and see what they say. I'm not gonna worry too much if we don't bring anyone in now. We do have the January transfer window as well, so there's not that much pressure on it. All depends with how we are doing in the league as well. Okay, both unacceptable. Luke Shaw, first of all you said 1.4 and now you're coming back saying that 2.2, so I'm just going to bump it up by 100,000 to 1.85. And Pap, I'm sure you said 2.7 before. I'm going to put it up to 3.25. I'm not going to go too much higher. You're on 20 grand a week, Paul Pap, so we shall we don't want to spend too much. We need to keep some back for your wage. Quickly check the team ahead of this next game. Okay, Morris was a selection dilemma. So we'll bring Hayams in. Mattox can come out for Benzia. And Canteros, you scored in a couple of games ago, so we'll bring you in. I'm going to bring Perez Alonso in and Milanov, just rotate the team a little. Hayams, I could do with someone who's fully fit, to be fair. Morris, Baker, I'll bring Sarmov in. I know he's retiring and he's dropped down a rating. He was rated 70, he's now only 69, but he's still one of the best players we've got in that position. Wow, Stoke, fine form, won their last 3 games, only conceded 1 goal. Okay, they concede 1 goal this time, but they don't score any. Darren Mattocks with the goal, coming off the bench and scoring, and we take a 1-0 win. It's great news. Southampton have accepted our 1.85 million for Luke Shaw. Okay, he's on 6,000 a week. I'll give you 7. 5% clean sheet. I want you for 5 years, and you're going to be an important first team player. And Kievo accepted the offer for Paul Papp. 20 grand a week. 5% clean sheet bonus, crucial first team player, and a 4-year deal. As we have a transfer offer for Diego Castillo from Crew. Gladly accept that. Okay, let's get this schedule moved on, and hopefully we hear back from Papp and Shaw pretty soon. Okay, here we go. Luke Shaw, contract offer accepted. Thank you very much, fella. We will gladly get you in the team. Okay, Paul Papp, contract declined. I'm a top player at my current club and I don't feel this move suits me. So you want more money. Fair enough. We shall see. Okay, so I'm willing to go up to 25,000. So what I'll do is I'll put an offer in for 22.5 and see if you accept that. If you don't, then I can come back again and offer you 25. And give you 10% clean sheet bonus and a 4-year deal again. And talks are broken down between Castillo and Crew Alexander, and Luke Shaw's on his way. As Dunk stays put. And let's check this budget allocation. We need to move it slightly across. 30,000 a week gives me 3.7 million. 25,000 gives me a bit more. Okay. Get the schedule moved on, and hopefully Papp comes back and says yes. Okay, Papp says no. Top player at my current club. So you want more money. Okay, we'll see who else is available. I'm not going to spend all my time chasing one player and give in to their wage demands and everything like that. We may look to go a bit higher in age. Or go bring someone in who's, say, 27. That's going to do me for 4 years and give me a few good years. So I want someone that's only worth 4 million and then 25,000. No, I'll bring it down to 20 because I want to give myself a little bit of breathing space. And we'll just see who, if anyone, is available. I'm guessing it'll bring out some of the players who we've already searched before, but we have Daniel Carriço, 3.2 million from Sporting. Carlos Zambrano, Alex Pierce down the bottom. There are a few good players. Zando. I haven't really heard of too many of these, so it's a bit unfortunate. Wow, 90 jumping, 83 standing tackle. Carlos Zambrano as well. Okay, can play centre back or CDM. Carlos Zambrano, let's have a quick look at you. Wow. Good stats. It's 2.5 million for Nick Verbeen. Okay, there doesn't seem to be anyone too special, and no one that immediately springs to mind. We looked at Ryan Bennett before. I don't know, to be honest. There are others out there. Oh, there's Lewis Dunk, who was. I'm sure there was a news story around him. Yeah, Lewis Dunk. We'll inquire, see what Brighton have to say. Obviously, there was that. I'm sure I saw a news story pop up about him potentially wanting to leave and then staying. There's no one else really that springs to mind. Naldo, Cruzeiro. Let's see who's available for loan. Okay, too many players. But Martin Taglubi, but they're all. He's only 70, whereas I could do with someone that's 75 minimum to have any sort of real input on the team. We'll get the schedule moved on and get this game against Crystal Palace underway as soon as we can. Hopefully we hear back from Brighton. Okay, Real Madrid crowned champions of Europe as expectations high for Shaw debut. Quickly check the team ahead of this next match. Okay, we will bring Shaw in. Everyone seems to be looking fairly well. We'll give Mattocks a chance. He scored in the last game. We'll bring Morris back in, and we'll bring Valverde back in as well. That should give the team a bit more of a good balance. And we'll get this game against Palace underway, who've lost their last 3 games, so cue probably the EA scripting and a win for Palace. 0-0 draw, okay. Not too bad going to Crystal Palace and getting a draw for a team like York City, but with their form I would have expected us to win the game. We shall get this schedule moved on though, and hopefully we hear back from something. Here we go, Brighton, 2.9 million for Lewis Dunk. Potentially a bit too much, but I'll get this schedule moved on. Ooh, Capital One Cup game coming up against Arsenal. But before that, we have transfer deadline day. Let's quickly see who we've got in the shortlist. Dunk, they said 2.9. The team is short of players in this position. We'll have to make a great offer. I'll tell you what then, I'll offer you a centre-back. Where's Milanov? There we go. So that Milan's worth 450,000. So that deal is around the 2.8, 2.9 million that you said. So we'll see what you have to say about that deal. Hopefully, it's a goer for you, as we have players leaving on international duty. Well, hopefully, yeah, that deal works out well for Brighton if they're missing players in that deal. Transfer offer up, not unacceptable. Even though we are interested in the player you have offered, we don't believe the cash sum is enough. You increase the cash sum to 2.75 million. As we have an offer for Castillo from Doncaster, gladly accept that. I don't want to go back in for Dunk. I think that 2.75 plus Milanov is going to be a bit too much, to be honest. I'll see if we can get Pap in. He is the player that I do really want. Oh, didn't mean to do that. We'll offer the 25. I don't really want to go anything above that. I think we are going to start putting the club in potential financial jeopardy going into future years with that sort of budget. Paul Pat contract offer declined. Okay. Nothing we can really do about that. Contract talks once again have broken down with Diego Castillo. I really do think that player does not want to leave, and I don't know what I'm going to do with him, to be honest. But 5 hours left in the transfer window. Other clubs showing interest in Thiago Medeiros. He's one who we can't really afford, I don't think. I think they wanted 4.9 for him, if I remember correctly. He's a decent player, but we'll just have to see, as we have a transfer offer for Diego Castillo again from Doncaster. Again. Okay, they really want to get that deal done. 4 hours left in the transfer window, as transfer talks have once again broken down between Castillo and Doncaster. I really don't know what to do about that. Okay, 3 hours left in the window. I don't think we're going to do any deals now. I'm going to leave it, as we have a transfer offer for Castillo again from Carlisle. He's valued at 375,000 and they're giving me 450,000. You can gladly have him. I'll gladly let you take him for that sort of money. As transfer talks have broken down and Carlisle have pulled out of the agreement. Oh wow, that really is a shocker. I really don't know why there is a problem with Castillo. Okay guys, transfer deadline day has come to an end. Bit of a letdown in terms of looking for a central defender, but we do have the January transfer window, so we'll see what we can bring in then. And that's it for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.